Mom, I just watched a movie about a baby lion that couldn't find food and had nowhere to live. And it died. It was so sad.
Well, baby, I must admit that's pretty darn sad. Let Mama share something with you. All living things must have basic needs in order to survive and live, even humans like me and you. So, if we don't get basic needs, will we die too, like the poor baby lion? Well, my little niecey Martin, it all depends, but all humans must meet basic needs in order to live. Well, Mama, please tell me what are basic needs because I don't want to end up like the poor baby lion. Calm down, sweetie. Everything will be okay. Me and your father provide you and your brother with basic needs all the time, like food, water, clothing, shelter, and health. Wow, Mom. Really? I never thought of it like that. But I do notice you always feed me when I'm hungry and take me to the doctor when I am sick. Yes, sweetie, you are exactly right. Me and your father always feed you when you're hungry, take you to the doctor when you're sick, provide you clothing so you'll have something to wear every day, and of course provide you shelter, which is our house. Oh, okay. I get it. A little bit. But, Mom, I have a question. How are you and Papa Martin able to get us all of those needs? Well, my little niecey, baby, there's multiple ways that a family can get their basic needs. Wow, Mama, I didn't know that there was more than one way for a family to get basic needs. Can you explain it? Well, baby, I would, but Mama has to cook dinner. But just keep one thing in mind. Well, what's that, Mama? Me and your father will always make sure that we meet basic human needs for you and your brother. But in the meantime, you're my smart girl. I want you to think about what are some ways that families could meet basic human needs.
Lemonade stand budget. Hey sis, I need to buy a new game for my Xbox. Would you want to make some extra cash with it? That sounds awesome! I want the new Justin Bieber CD. What can we do to make extra money? Well, the weather is heating up. Everyone loves fresh cold drinks on hot days. How about we start our own lemonade stand? We'll call it Lucky Lemonade. That's a perfect name. Mom, Beanie and I want to make extra money. We decided that we want to sell lemonade. We already have a name for it and everything. That sounds great, sweetie. There's lots of things you need to know about running a business, though. Like what, Mom? First, you need to think of everything you need to run a lemonade stand. We need lemons, sugar, cups, different flavors, a table to set everything on. We also need a pitcher for the lemonade, a nice sign, straws, and a lemon squeezer. But how are we going to be able to afford all that? You need to know how much money you have and how to allocate the money in a budget. Let's make a budget! A budget needs a couple of things, kids. You first need to price all the items on a piece of paper next to their description. For example, you need enough lemons to make about 30 cups a day. We also need enough sugar and cups for the lemonade. After we create our budget, we need to figure out how much money we want to sell our homemade lemonade for. We should sell it for $5. I would get my game in just one day. No, Beanie, we can't do that. How about selling them for 75 cents each? If they want flavoring, it'll be an extra 25 cents. That sounds great. Here is our budget. We need $50, 12 lemons, 4 pounds of sugar, strawberry and blackberry flavorings, 24 cups, a lemonade pitcher, 10 pounds of ice, lemon squeezer, a table, straws, materials to make a sign. We did it! Now let's go make some money for Justin Bieber and new games for the Xbox.
Created using Powtoon.
How the Martin family earns a living.
Miss Martin is a secretary for a doctor's office. Mr. Martin is an engineer who works on different machines for factories. The Martin family lives in Alabama, but in the United States right now, most people have the same kinds of jobs. Mr. Martin's brother lives in Montana, and he owns a farm where he produces many different kinds of melons that he sells throughout the year. When Mr. Martin was a child, his family lived in California. His mother worked at home for their family until his father was drafted into the military. Shortly after the Vietnam War began, she had to work in factories to support the country during wartime, like most other women during that time. When Miss Martin was a child, her family moved to the United States and New York from Europe because they wanted a new start. Her parents found work where they could, but since it was a big adjustment to move that far and work was hard to find, her mom and dad both had to work as much as possible, and they did a bunch of different jobs. All throughout the country, jobs fluctuate together. The types of jobs people are doing change according to the country's needs at that time. If our country is at war, then we must provide resources to support ourselves in the war. Our country is a little bit more stable now because the population is so much larger than it was in the 18 and 1900s. What would happen if our country did not adjust and adapt to world events and our financial stability? Most ways to earn money in the United States today revolve around the retail industry, and that is much different than previous times. Why do you think this has changed?
Created using Powtoon.